Real Genetic Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 20, Volume 9. Now, this week we were going to do this tape, but of course, you all voted, didn't you, at the beginning of the season, and last week, and what did you vote for? Yes, you voted for pain, because you love it. You love something making me suffer. You all voted for the game, set, and match, and it's a two-parter, this one. So that's what we're having. And so instead of having this marvellous tape here with things like Exelon on it, and Combat School, and Zynaps, and Avita's here, Monty, no, you voted to have Super Bowl, and the Winter Olympiad, and Basketmaster, and Ian Botham, and a bit of Super Hang-On, and Match Day 2, and Nick Faldo. Well, I mean, you asked for it. You're going to get it. Let me get this into a tape drive. Right, the tape is in the drive. I can't remember which tape I chose. Let's have a look at it quickly. It's the one with, I need a little light here, hang on a minute. It's the one with first, it's tape 3, I think. Yeah, tape 3, which is Nick Faldo's golf, Match Day, Ian Botham's cricket, followed by, on the other side, we've got the Winter Olympiad, which is really bizarre because it says, ignore joystick options, game plays with keyboard only. Would you believe that? Can you imagine that? You buy a game and you think, great, I'm going to use my Kempston joystick on it, and you can't actually use Kempston joystick on it. Anyway, tape drive, in we go. Ian Botham's golf, yes. He's very well known for his golf. It's Nick Faldo's golf. Whatever happened to Nick Faldo? Is he still around? Does he still play? I bet he plays for fun now, or maybe he doesn't play at all. Does that what happens to sportsmen? Do you think once you get to that point where you've done your career or whatever else, do you think you still play sports? I don't know. I'm just wondering, speculating here that you might still play the sport and do something. They certainly do weird and wonderful matches, don't they? In the sort of football world, they have like, oh, look at that, foul dog goal. It's Faldo golf, but it looks like foul dog glof. Yeah. Anyway, so I mean, does that still fun? Can't imagine it is fun. Can't imagine you go out and, if you've been a golfer and you go out on the course and you have a really shit run, and you're like 17 over or something like that. I mean, do you think Nick Faldo's like, nah, not having it, not at all, no. I don't know. I don't know what sportsmen do when they retire. Do they ever retire? Do they end up on TV? I think they end up on TV, don't they? Talking about sports. I guess they're one of that percentage of people who love their jobs. Maybe they're part of that 13% of actually who get up in the morning and go, yeah, I'm going to play golf. Bowls. Remember the bowls one? What was that? Who was the name of the bloke who starred in that? I can't remember. You'd have that Crippins bloke as well, though. Nigel Crippins, is it? Is this like played his dad? Johnny Vegas was in it. Oh, and Vince Vaughn as well as like the American agent. It was kind of a bizarre one, that one. But Nick Faldo plays the Open. That's not what they said in court. No, that's not true. That's not what they said in court at all. Right, okay. Let's. Oh dear me, not enough coffee yet. Right, teeing off. Okay, we can tee off. We're playing at the Royal St George's Course. That's what we're playing at. There's some space boars. Some space boars. They're renowned for their bright red eyes. They can fly through space, and are known to maul small spacecraft. Yes, space boars. But it could be also a space bar that we have to press, apparently. Or press fire or space bar up and down. This looks like cursor keys. I'm sure I had this on the PC, Funnily enough, I remember this. I bet this was in, like... do you remember the colour ranges on the old PC? So you had column text, which was like 80 columns by 40 columns or something like that. And then they brought along graphics. They had CGA. Do you remember CGA? Oh, CGA. 4 colours on the screen at once. Oh my god. 4 colours. Those 4 colours. My favourite palette of the lot. white, black, magenta, and cyan. That was a colour range. But then you could also have dirty brown red, green. I think it was the other one was. I think it was another dirty brown, sort of browny colour, and then black. Those were the colour palettes of CGA. CGA graphics, absolutely phenomenal back in the day. And the funny thing is, I have this weird hankering for them. I don't know about anyone else, but whenever I see those pink and those cyans and the black and the white, and I see that on a game, I kind of, it's where I played. Would you believe it? Where I played Pirates first time. Sid Meier's Pirates on the PC. It was on the floppy disk as well, and the security was on the floppy disk as well. So you couldn't play it unless you had the security on the floppy disk. I mean, these were the days when we weren't quite internet bound, so that we could find a special way to put it on there. I used to put this disc in and used to play it. And I used to play Sid Meier's sort of Pirates in CGA, and I blooming loved it. It was brilliant. There was something so cool about it, and I still to this day can't relive that feeling of the original Pirates. I know there's a new version, they've done it again, but I just can't get. They don't get my juices flowing in the same way. I think my imagination helped, like many a times, with that over and above things. We've got Sinclair. I'm going to put 4 on. Look at that. Look, there he is. There's at the bottom of the screen. That I'm assuming either the fat one's either Nick Faldo or his caddy, one of the two, and the other one missing a hand. He's Chubbs from Happy Gilmore. Now, there's a reference nobody else will get. Adam Sandler movie, one of the early ones. Happy Gilmore. Chubbs' hand is bitten off by an alligator on the open as he moves around. So I was just looking there to see whether I've plugged. Right, I plugged the joystick in. Let's press 4. Yes. Let's run the game. 6. So let's do that. I think I'll do 9 holes, because I think it could take a while, this. I might quit halfway through anyway, but we'll try 9 holes. Right, there's the wind. Oh, look, it's like a little joysticky thing, so I can where am I? Can I hit it? Where am I hitting it? Hole 1, driver. Driver, okay. It's passed to a driver. Well, what happened there? Are you sure? Yeah. Okay. What? Hang on, what is happening here? Is that the spin on the ball there? That's the spin on the ball. Why is he not hitting anything? I've had 2 shots so far, nothing's been hit. Where's this? What's this? What's that button do? Ah, it shows the whole map. Right, okay. Hole 1, yeah. Oh, what's this do? Whatever that is, that looks good. That looks like power. Maybe that's the power. I don't know how you angle it, though. Are you sure? Yes. Okay. Go on then. Ah. I think I've hit it the wrong way. I think we're now further away than we were originally. Yeah, I'm off the map. Right, okay. So, is this the direction I'm meant to be hitting it? Maybe this is the direction I'm meant to be hitting it. I wish to hit it this way. I think that's the direction I'm meant to hit it. Right, okay. Driver. Driver. Okay. Boom. That's better. Yeah, okay. So that's kind of the direction we want to go. Let's have a look at the map thing again. I'm not very good at golf games. The only one I really got was Microsoft Golf, and I don't know, how I feel about Microsoft, but that was like Microsoft 98, and it was all right. And all you had to do was like kind of point the direction, like push a button down for power, and then let go for. I've got Mario Golf though. I'll admit I've got Mario Golf. I don't. But that's one of them weird, wonderful games. It's not really golf, but it could be, if you wanted it to be. Right. Okay. I'm gonna hit it again. Go, driver. Are you sure? I don't know. Yes. Okay, I'm probably going to hit this too far now. Oh. Oh. That's the 18th hole anyway. Now what's it going to suggest? I don't know how far these things hit. Don't want to put a wedge, iron. Don't know what order they go in. So it must be. I must go. Right, okay, so driver, wood. I'll go with the iron. I don't know if that's the same thing. 3 iron. Okay. He's very handy, isn't he? I like the way he questions everything you say. Boom. Far too far. Too far. Right. This is going well. Do I like it? Yeah, it's all right. Actually, I've probably played worse golf games. I'm not very good at golf games, though. Let's push the button there. 3 iron. Okay. He's very handy when you first hit the first shot, but then he just doesn't care after that. He's like, nah. I don't care whether or not you actually hit it or not. Let's... I think they're too heavy, the irons. I don't know enough about golf to actually be able... Anybody play golf? Anybody a golfer? Never really got into it. I feel I should because I'm in that kind of not industry, but I'm in kind of in the sort of those sort of white sort of white collar worker kind of role in life, and I do feel like maybe I should know how to play golf, but I really don't want to. Okay. Let's just do that. Oh, I don't want hole 18. Right. And you get to choose which hole you want. Boom. Can I change to my putter? And if I change to my putter, what does that do? Putter. Yeah, putter is the one. A little bit more power on the putter. I'd just like to put one in the hole. It might be too hard, that. Oh, it's very low. That was very weak, actually. Let's rotate this way. So this is where you're angling it to, so that's where your shot's going to. Get a little bit more power on that. That's beautiful. Putter. Okay. Boom. Go. And then let's just hit it again. Okay. He's happy when you've moved a bit. And again. I've gone too far now. Right, okay. I'm not even put this in. I'm so rubbish. I'm like 13 shots over par. Look, there's on the side there, and the bottom right hand corner. I'm like so far over par. It's just ridiculous. I think it needs to be a little bit more that way, a little less power. I need about there, and I think we can probably put this in now. Oh, you've got to be kidding! Okay, this is one of them games where we need to be nice and accurate. And half power. Oh, bums. Right. Let's... Okay. I tell you what, if I was Nick Faldo, I think I'd have given up golf by now. Oh, that... At last. Yeah. Shut it. There's abuse going on at the bottom of the screen. Shut it. Show your keg hole. I tell you what, it's a bit abusive. I'd smack him with the club, maybe. Hang on. Well, I'll tell you what, we're moving on. I don't think I could take any more abuse from a caddy like that. I mean, what a kind of guy. To be fair, it's probably worth it for the abuse. Shut it. Shut it, you dog. Right, okay, what are we on now? Load it. What we got? Was that match? Oh, hang on, was that match day next? Because match day, they say use loader. Match day, they've got a loader. So we'll use the loader for that, because that means we can get like extra special sound effects or something like that. Something exciting. Tape loader. That's it, tape loader. I always thought it was odd when they added that menu, you know, to the Spectrum, that sort of entrance menu. Did they have that in the actual toast rack? I can't remember. It just seemed a very odd menu. I get it. You know, most people just wanted to load something, so they didn't really want to do the other bits and pieces. But it just felt like you went from like a spectrum where you were sort of forced to enter basic and do all the bits and pieces to something where you were, you know, it was more, I don't know, a little bit more arcadey maybe. I don't know if that's the right word for it. I mean, do you know what I mean? If you know what I mean, put it in the comments below. I'm sure it'll come to somebody the requirement for that. So how's your week been? Have you had a good week? I mean, it's obviously with the clocks have gone back. You've had an extra hour in bed, and then we discover on Monday morning we all have to go to work in the dark, and it's just rubbish. It really is rubbish. Or is it a little bit lighter for a little while, and then it's just really dark? Blooming hate it. I don't know about you, but I do. I have a real thing. It just drives me. It just this next couple of months are just horrible, and then we get to the 20th, isn't it? Sort of, is it 20th, 21st of December, and then it's the clocks. You know, don't change, but the time starts changing again, and the hours start, so the day gets longer again, and all this kind of stuff. I just never really like the getting the dark nights. I don't mind the dark nights. I mean, obviously, it's quite nice for things like Halloween, which is obviously coming up this week. It's quite nice for sort of, you know, those Christmassy events and all that. But I don't know. Just find it miserable sort of time because it's either raining or dark, realistically, isn't it? You don't really get much day left in it all. I kind of miss it. In my house, I've got really bright lights in one of my rooms. I mean, really bright lights. I insisted on putting these bright lights up. Mostly LED, so they're really, really, really bright, but low to cost to run. And I've got them in one of the rooms, and sometimes I just come home and I turn the lights on full blast just to enjoy the sort of a bit of lightness somewhere along the way. It's just one of those things. I don't know anybody else. Anybody else get? And I know that it was used to be called seasonally affected disorder. They don't believe it exists anymore. They don't call it sad anymore. I think they just think we're all sad. That's what it's been wiped out. It's been wiped out so that they can, I don't know, save some money somewhere along the line. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I just don't like it. I'm not that big keen on it. I'm just one of those times of the year. I don't mind Halloween though. I mean, Halloween can be quite nice, you know, sort of horror and monsters and all this kind of stuff. Rather than like that, I'm thinking about starting a little podcast actually on it with a friend of mine that I met through YouTube. He's very much into sort of horrors and other things, and we've got very similar tastes, and we thought maybe we could get our heads together and do something. So if I do something, I'll put something up, and I'll let you know where I'm talking about that. So a little bit off the spectrum, beaten track, more the horror and sort of and bits and pieces of you know, and movies like that. Which is just those strange things that we all have a strange sort of fascination with. You know, sometimes they're really good and sometimes really bad. I mean, it's that kind of thing. Do you like sort of the things that stalk you, or do you like the sort of more gory movies and all this kind of stuff? So that's the kind of thing we're talking about. In strange and interesting things. I kind of like yakking. I don't know if you noticed. It's kind of a thing for me. I kind of like talking. I do a lot of talking. I enjoy it. I enjoy speaking. It's one of those rare pleasures in life that doesn't actually cost anything, just to speak. It is, you know, and maybe a few people listen, and maybe a few people don't listen, and maybe a few people debate what you're discussing, which is actually always good as well. So. Anyway, Match Day 2. I don't remember much about Match Day 2. I played Match Day 1 a while ago. I think this is one that's on Hit Squad as well. I think it's on Hit Squad range. Cursor, keys, and right. Enter to select the option. Well, that looked terrible. Any other key to move the cursor and enter to it. So can I change the keys? Yes, I can. Keys. Player 1 keys. Q, A, O, P. So they've selected a few keys already, and anything on the bottom row is fine to shoot with. That works for me. Okay. Quit this menu. Press OK. One player match. Yeah. Can change the team. Oh, you can give yourself some goals. That's lovely, isn't it? Why would you want to give yourself some goals? You can add loads of goals. That just makes no sense at all. I'll have 40-0. I'll be perfect. Right, oh look, they look different, the characters in this one. So, I think that's me, kicking the ball off, yep. Definitely the white characters. They look bigger than they did in the previous one. Oh, there we go. I'm trying to kick him and header it. Oh, I couldn't see the shadow of the ball there. That's my man on the ball. And there he is. And I've kicked it over here. Hopefully this man will get it. There's a little dot underneath it. That's kind of where it is. And the keeper's dived the wrong way and it's in. That's alright, because that's only one goal against the 40 that I've already got. What a stat that is. It's a really weird one. And yeah, they've kind of got a little bit wider in this version than the previous one. Oh, bounce, kick the ball off him. You get like 3 of them following you. Have you noticed? There's like 3 in the active zone. If that's a thing. I dived. Oh, it's gone in. They've got 2. Soccerama. I'm sure they had I mean, they all had mullets in the first version. Now they seem all to have is it dreadlocks? Maybe they've all got this time round, or dreads or something like that. I don't know. They've certainly got more impressive barnets. To coin a phrase from back in the day, impressive barnet. There's my man. I'd like to try and score a goal here. He's got an impressive hairdo. Oh. I'm trying hard here. I'm pushing him off the ball. Come on, keeper, get involved. He's gonna. Oh, he's asked it right. Asked the keeper has a dived the wrong way. Wow. I don't remember much about this one, to be honest with you. I watched that documentary on Mr. Beckham. That was quite interesting. Quite enjoyed that, actually. I'm not sure we learnt anything new, but it was quite nice. It was a pleasant enough it was a pleasant enough documentary. Oh, the man in the middle is going to take a shot. Clear this ball. It's kicked it upfield. I have kicked it upfield. Come on. Take it away from them. Oh, throwing it in. Throw in. Over that way to my man. Over here. I'm trying to do a flying headbutt. That's not a headbutt, is it? It's flying, whatever else it is. Oh, goodness. I'm through. I'm through. Oh, I didn't get to kick it across. I was trying to kick it to my man across the way. It didn't happen. That's really disappointing. This is the first half almost over. There's 43 minutes at the top of the screen. 43 minutes. They've managed to score 3 goals. It's going to help them come back from... they've scored 4 goals. It's going to help them come back from the 40-0 add-on that I got for free for being awesome at the beginning of the game. Yeah, they're all excited. Look, there we go. Whistles galore. And it's second half. I'm not playing anymore. I don't want to. Don't make me play anymore. I don't want to play anymore. I'm going to see what the next one... What's the next one on here? I love it when tapes just load sometimes. It's really quite nice, actually. Especially game, set, and match. What's next on here? Ian Botham's Cricket. Game I know absolutely nothing about. However, this morning I did hear that something's going on with the English team. We're doing very badly in some kind of test match. Now, I'm not even sure what a test match is. I suspect it's something to do with test tubes and nurses and injections. I assume that's what's involved in it. Possibly. It might not be. Because I thought a test was like a test when you kind of had a test. Does that make sense? I suppose you're testing your strength, aren't you? So maybe that's what test matches. I never really understood it. My granddad used to watch it. I remember watching with my granddad back in the day when it was back on the telly, you know, and everybody could watch it and you didn't have to pay a license or subscription fee from somebody else. You used to pay a license, of course. But, you know, you didn't have to pay a subscription fee for it. Even when I remember when the football was on the telly. Yeah, that long ago. Anyway, but I used to remember, it was great. He used to come in after he'd been in the garden doing his big gardening thing, and he used to sit and he had his favourite chair, and he used to sit in his favourite chair, and he'd get a glass of red wine or something similar that he'd brewed up in the garden. He'd get a glass of red wine, he'd turn the cricket on, and, you know, the old telly, the old Grundig at the other end of the room, you know, with the way you had to tune it in with the buttons and the old Grundig, and was to put his feet up, and he put the cricket on, and within half an hour he was asleep. And usually it hadn't even started by then. So my understanding of cricket is it's obviously very soporific. It's probably a bad thing, that, and I can understand why they put it on a Sunday. Was it Sunday or Saturday? I can't remember. Certainly, whatever it was, whatever day it was, it required my grandfather to fall asleep while watching it. I never really got it. I know many people do, but it's just one of those things. Bat and ball thing. I didn't mind it when I played it at school. It's funny, isn't it? It's one of those things. I don't mind playing things like that when I'm at school. I didn't mind doing that at all. I didn't mind doing that. I never really quite understood it because I never understood what the bails were for. Because I always thought if you just kind of do you have to knock the bails off to knock somebody out? I don't know. Whatever. There's something about the bails. And you do runs and all this kind of stuff. And there's like overs, but I'm not sure what an over is. It's like 10 or something. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, but I don't know. I quite liked it. I mean, it was good when you hit the ball. That was the thing. I didn't mind playing it. Probably played very bad versions of it back in the day, you know, with mates when we went down the field and all this kind of stuff and played it. But then never really got into watching it. It's a bit like football. Never got into watching football. It was the mid 90s. When a friend of mine took me to my sort of first inaugural football match for our local club. And I rather enjoyed it. I enjoyed but what I enjoyed more was probably not what you thought I enjoyed. And I think I enjoyed watching the tribalism in the stands. I mean, you've got to remember this is not long after the 80s and all of the bad stuff that happened. So there was still this tribalism that existed during this time. And nowadays you can't, you know, swearing and all this kind of stuff is not a thing. You know, whereas back then it was. It was all part of it. It was very rude things often sang by the crowds. But the point was, it was a tribal thing, and it was interesting. I used to love listening to the commentary of the whole thing from the fans' point of view. There was some glorious moments, none of which I you know you can repeat on the whole thing. I do remember listening about one particular player, and everybody was kind of absolutely, you know, laying into him, how rubbish he was, how terrible he was, an awful player, couldn't kick a ball, all this kind of stuff, so slow, you know, and all this kind of stuff. And then he scored, and of course then he was all instantaneously elevated to that of hero and you know, and saviour of the team. Yet, you know, out for the last half an hour they were all giving it, he's terrible kind of thing. And it's one of those things, it's a tribalism thing, isn't it? It's you know, human beings like sometimes to be in groups of tribes and be involved in something. You know, it's one of those things. So yeah, I kind of enjoyed it. It's sounds like a social experiment, doesn't it? I don't mean it like a social experiment, because obviously I was there, I enjoyed the company of my friends and other people that were there. My wife would have been there back in that time as well. She would have been in the other stand. I was in the hardcore stand for certain. I don't know why it was the hardcore stand. I never understood that one either. But yeah, she was in the other one. Oh, Tynesoft. So this is going to be a classic. Yeah. So I don't know, but I never got into cricket. Never really understood it. One player. I wish to choose joystick import to keys. Tynesoft. Select limited game. Can I? That doesn't move. Joystick port 2. Did it say port 2, didn't it? Let us see if I can plug this in port 2 and push some buttons. Because otherwise I'm going to have to work out what the blooming keys are. This actually looks alright. I like the look of that. I do like hitting it when you hit the ball in these things. I do like that. Limited game. Ah, there we go. Day 1. Test match. Limited game. Let's go with limited game. Limited game. Armchair cricket. Ah, match. Now we're talking things. Your team selections. Armchair cricket. Armchair cricket. Fielder position. Oh, look. We've got to put them in the position. I'm going to put one there. I'm going to put one... I don't know which way the ball's going to come. There. I'm going to put one there. So they're going to try and catch the ball, aren't they? They're going to try and make sure that they don't hit a 6 or something like that. A lot of fielders. More fielders than I thought there would be. Fielder 6. One here. Am I doing this right? I hope so. Fielder 9. Type of bowler. Medium. I've done medium. So, he's running. Okay. He's running again. I'm not doing very much, by the way, here. Oh, did I get him? I'll just push the button. Oh, they made a run. They made a run. What am I? Somebody get it. Throws it back. Boom. It's actually it's alright graphically. It looks nice, doesn't it? Reposition fielders. Yeah, I suppose so. Can you come in a bit closer? Because they keep on knocking them short. I can reposition them. Let's bring them in a bit. Let's be a fast bowler this time round. Go on, fast ball. Boom. And it's just throwing it. How's that? We've got him. Yes. Arnold. Leg before wicket. How was out? Okay, cool. 2 overs. How many's in an over? I don't know how to move on. It's stuck. I'm pressing the fire button and nothing's happening. 6 runs from Marshall. It's not doing anything. Oh, visitors. It's kind of... I think it moved itself there. Ah, right, okay. Back to the game. Oh, hang on. I think I'm bowling again. Fast bowler. There we go. Throws it back. They got 2, did they? Boom. That's it. These ones are rubbish. He's rubbish out there. I'm going to move him. Coming in over here. Might as well just bring him right in, I guess. Standing right on top. I'm going to pop you right there. That's it, I'm done. No, I don't want to reposition anybody else. Done. That's it, I'm done. I don't want to reposition anybody else. Wants me to reposition some people. There was another one, wasn't there? There was a free cricket game that was given away by like your Sinclair or something like that, wasn't there? That was alright, if I remember rightly. I don't know why I can't stop moving these people though. Don't want to move anybody else. I'm done. pushing every key on the keyboard now. No, I'm sorry, I don't know enough about cricket. I'm afraid that the only thing I remember is whacking the ball around a bit, and don't remember much else about it. Yeah, that was about it, really. Wasn't anything else I can remember about it. It wasn't one of those things that I'm going to leap up and down and go, yay, cricket. No, sorry. Maybe I should watch it sometime. Maybe it is better than I think it is. I just don't know. Don't know what it is. Let's go with the Winter Olympiad now on the other side. Keys only, apparently. Keys only. And I've got a single one of the game, so we've got the one of 5 shortly. So let's do load. Hopefully the Winter Olympiad with keys only isn't as bad as we think it is. I don't know what's in the Winter Olympiad. This is the 88 Whimper Olympics. The Whimper Olympics. It's where the people go. It's what your dog does, you know. It's the Whimper Olympics. It's the very large, doe-eyed animals whimpering at each other. Well, I think we'd quite enjoy that, wouldn't we? You know, the Whimper Olympics. Dogs whimpering for biscuits that they can't have from the table or something similar. Pro athletes sitting at tables eating, you know, with dog biscuits or something similar. Makes whose dog can whimper the loudest or beg the best. Yeah. Well, in a winter setting, of course. Well, it's in the snow, with them all wearing little knitted hats or something like that. The Winter Olympiad. I like the way it's the whole word as well. Olympiad. They should still use that, shouldn't they? They would say Olympics. They should call Olympiad. I quite like that. Old words reused. I suppose Olympics is the real sort of word for it. But anyway, I quite like Olympiad. Right, coffee. What are you drinking? I hope you've got a beverage. So far, I think, out of the games we've played, I quite like Nick Faldo's golf simply because of the abuse by the caddy, who looked like Uncle Fester from the Addams Family. I quite liked his abuse, and Nick Faldo obviously telling him to shut it, you slag. I quite like that. I don't know why I went all cockney there, but I quite like that one. I didn't actually mind the cricket, even though I never got to get any cricket any bits things for it. But I didn't mind that actually. I say I'm not been a cricket fan, so I can't really. I don't know. I don't think it's a good time to be a cricket fan though, or an English cricket fan at the moment. Certainly from what the news said this morning, it was when I was watching the news. They said it wasn't very good, and it could only get worse because they could still go further down, whatever else that means. Oh my God, Tynesoft, we're here again over in the toon. Anyway, Tyne or something. It's all right in the Tyne or whatever it is. I don't know. I'm waffling now. But and then we had match day. I'm not the match day 1 and 2. You know, you had mullets in the first one, and you had, I don't know, a beautiful beehive hairdos in the second one. I think the mullets probably win in my mind. I think I'd a better chance with the mullets. I think there was some refinement made in match day 2 for sure. There was some refinements there. We're up to obviously Winter Olympiad. It's not going to leave. I'll tell you what's going to leave for us though, because I know which the next one I'm going to do. But so I'm going to do Super Hang On next. So that leaves for next week. It leaves us Basket Master, which is actually a classic. Championship Sprint, which is another arcade conversion, which isn't really Formula 1, but that's what they're getting at with it. Steve Davis Snooker, the old Super Bowl, and Track and Field. I think we've got some good ones for next week. So I think if anything, this is possibly the dross element of it, if anything. But I never think of it as dross. I think it was a lot of it was experimental back in the day, and you've got to give people credit for sticking into 48K or even 128K, sticking it into this teeny bout memory and producing. Well, I mean, look at the graphics on that. It actually had more colours than the CGA. Oh, I got some music. That's the music that we used to get with the winter sport things. I remember this. Yeah, I remember that. It was kind of cool. Right, keyboard only. Joystick doesn't work. What's the keyboard? Let's see if I can find the blooming keys now. Hang on. Game, set, and match 2. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is. I think this was a gift from my lovely friend Daryl as well, actually. I think it was. Let me see the keys. Downhill event 1. AS is left and right. P is power. Space is jump. Right. Okay. AS, P, S space. 1 keyboard. I love the fact that it doesn't work. Number of competitors 1. Who am I going to be? Oh, I can put my name in. Use the cursor keys to select. We'll go Great Britain. That'll do fine. Alright, okay. Let's do all the events and see if we can do them. Olympiad 88. I'm ready. So here's the introduction. There's the flame. I can't remember the significance of the flame. Oh, that's the crowd going wild. A Tynesoft crowd. Olympiad. Yeah, I'm excited. Let's do it. Everything's exploding in funny graphics. I'm liking the fact that it's trying to distract me from what the game may or may not be like. Start the tape. Oh my god, it's a loader. Multi-loader. We hate these. But anyway, it's a multi-loader. We'll give it a go. Here is the downhill event. So this is downhill. It's loading first. We'll give it a go. We'll see what it's like. Can't be that bad. Yeah, we've got Super Hang-On. I guess that's a bit of a tentative one. Championship Sprint and Super Hang-On, both arcade games. Very tentative, if you ask me. Very, very tentative. I do like Super Hang-On, though. I think it's good. I think it's a nice game on the Specky. I still don't know how you get the turbo travel speed thing that you do with it, but we'll try and work out. Electric Dreams did that one, didn't they? Or Electronic Dreams. Was Electronic Dreams or whatever else is? What's that name of the writer who said that... Philip Dix, is it? Can't remember. Basically, the question was, can robots dream, or can artificial intelligence dream, and does it dream of electric sheep? Do you remember that? So that, you know, like the human beings dream of sheep when they're counting to go to sleep. Does artificial intelligence sleep, and if it's so, does it dream of electric sheep? That's actually very, very deep if you think about it. Extremely deep. Would it dream? To be fair, I'm still holding with my original teenager my original teenager on the sofa watching daytime telly until somebody asks to do something, and then writes the very quickest answer it could possibly do, thinking it's clever, and then gets back on the sofa and continues to watch daytime TV without Holly Willoughby. Nowadays she's left now, hasn't she? No more Holly Willoughby. What I used to watch, remember that? What was that thing that they all used to watch years ago? It was Dale Winton and that Shoppers thing. I can't remember what that was. Loading error. It's great news. That's what we like. Olympiad has gone badly. Typical. 100-year-old tapes, and all of a sudden one goes wrong. Right, here, hopefully this will load. We'll see. Downhill error. It's having an error on the downhill now. Million-year-old tapes. Oh. Hey, God, just take my jacket off. I'm not a jacket man. I'm just wearing jumper. Too much clothing there. Too hot and sweaty for considering it's a cold day. Too hot and sweaty for what's on the tape. Oh, life is difficult, isn't it? Sometimes it really is. Anyway, what else has been going on this week? Obviously, last year, I had some serious back problems, and I've cleared up since then. No longer need those very strong drugs and whatever else. I went chiropractor today. and she hurt me, but but in a good way. You know, I don't think I had some knotting in my shoulders and my sort of chest and things, so applied pressure all over the place, and it hurt. And I sort of said, you could hurt me really badly, couldn't you, if you wanted to? And she said, yes, probably. but the point was that when I got up, I was 10 times better. All of a sudden, all the pain in my shoulder and all knotting in both my shoulder and my back had gone. It was clear again. So I've got some exercises. I've been a good boy. What happens when you get a bit older, isn't it? It's like going to the dentist. I now find myself going to a chiropractor on a regular basis because, well, I've got to keep my back moving, don't I? So it's like eating sweets or something like that and go to the dentist to make sure your teeth are alright. So it's been a bit of a week for me like that, though. Oh, loading error. This is great news. This is great news. This is going well, this one. I don't know whether or not I'm going to be able to find it on PlayZX. I have PlayZX handy. I don't know whether or not this is going to help, but we'll try it, right? See if we can find it. So I'm going to get the old phone out and put PlayZX on, and we'll do that. Let's get this thing. Just getting it, putting it together. Don't need that connector. Just need this one. Oh, these are brilliant. These things. These car tape cassette adapters. Amazing things. I mean, back in the day, I remember actually using them to play CD players in cars, and everybody going, "Yay! It's amazing." But nowadays, we use them for loading cassettes or from our tape, from our tape players on our computer stuff. So it's kind of cool, actually. It's amazing the stuff you can do nowadays. Realistically, PlayZX. It's in the description below if you actually fancy using it. I should put really a link to the product itself that you can use actually as well, but I have not. So Whimper. The Whimper Olympics. Oh. No, I've just given stars to something. I don't know why. Olympics. I've just given stars to more stuff because of my fingers on the songs. Olympics. Winter Olympiad. 10 minutes side A. I don't know why I've put stars on that. That's fine. Winter Olympiad say A. Okay, let's go with that one. Right. I'm gonna push play button. And Yep. That one. Play. Right, I don't want that. Pause. What I want to do is rewind. I want to rewind to there. Set rewind. Play. No, that's not it. Stop. Stop. Duration. At duration. There. Try that. Set. Play. See if this works. We'll give this a try. No, I don't think it's it. Pause. Let's try this. It doesn't look good. No. Pause. Blimey neck, it says 19 minutes long. This could be really bad. Play that one. Stop that one. Play that one. Let's see if this one works. Bob. Oh, that's bobsleigh. It's not what we want. Pause, rewind. I wonder if this will work. Let's try this one. No. I don't think it's going to work, you know. I think we're trying too hard. I think this is going to be... No, I think that's a no-go. Oh, bums. Right, okay. I don't know why I keep saying it. Whimper Olympics. It just went out with a whimper as well, by the way. That's it completely whimpered. We've whimpered our way through it, unfortunately. That's very disappointing. That's not worked. I'm just a bit sad, that one. I'm feeling a bit sad about that. Let's put that one to one side and let's rewind. Oh, what's on the hang on, what's it got on here? Oh, that's right. Super Hang On had tracks 1, 2, 3 and 4, but you had to kind of load whichever track you wanted. I'm going to load track 1 because we know what well, it's track 1, so it makes life easy, doesn't it? So let's push the reset button here. Let's push the rewind here, and let's go for Super Hang On. I'm quite disappointed by that one though. It did go out with a whimper. It was the Whimper Olympics. We're around. We're going to go for it. Let's push the button. Excellent. I like that. Well, didn't like that. Didn't load, but it is what it is, unfortunately. It is what it is. It's rather nice. I kind of like the end of the season. The one thing I quite like about the end of the season is there's a good chance that most of the games are going to load. You know, touch wood and all that. But there's a good chance the games are going to load. We kind of hit touch on one of my favourite things back in the day. Compilations. Compilations were when you could get the most from your pocket money. You know, I didn't get enough to be able to buy a £10 game every week or whatever else it is. I got enough pocket money to buy a £1.99 game if I was lucky, or £3.99 if I held on for 2 weeks. You know, that's the kind of pocket money I had. It's sort of I think it was £1 or £2 that I had, and if I could get 2 games for the price of it, for instance, I remember getting the Hexagonal Museum from the double play thing, and the Hexagonal Museum, and what was the game of it? The Tangled Tale. I was looking backwards there. That's a wonderful story about how I got that, by the way. But I really enjoyed those because I got 2 for the price of 1. Yeah, they were text adventures, and they were hard text adventures as well. But I rather enjoyed getting all of those. They were brilliant things. And by the time the Hit Squads came along, I was getting closer to getting to the sort of Amiga time of my life. So I don't think I bought the Hit Squads really. I don't remember buying them. I do remember buying other games and things, but I also had a little bit of a crossover in my life as well with a PC. You know, my education in sort of computing started in the end of the end of the 80s with PC computers. So there was a kind of a little bit of a crossover there, and then sort of Amiga and things like that came along. So I don't think I really did hit Squad, but either way, the point was that I could only get, you know, budget games, and that's what we got. And Codemasters was brilliant back then, because Codemasters was that budget set of titles. I mean, I envy the kids of nowadays. They do get, and they're very lucky. They do get, you know, with these sort of digital services. I mean, okay, they don't get something physical to collect anymore. That's a real disappointment. But at the same time, they get a chance to buy some really good, fun games for very low money, realistically, from people who actually love their art, the things that they do, you know, before it became more cynical and sort of AAA titles. I genuinely don't believe that Microsoft's interest and the mixture of Activision Blizzard and Microsoft is or even Bethesda is in anybody's interest as a gamer. I think that is a very cynical move to corner the market with some big titles, and I think it just shows you how little companies like Activision Blizzard really care about their customers, because they don't. That's the answer. We could have told that from a number of their releases recently and the behaviour of their own staff. You know, these are the things, and Microsoft buying them, it's just cynical. It really is. It's like cornering the market. You know, no more Call of Duty after a certain point in time for other people. That's fine. I've got no issue with that. I would never buy it again anyway. But the point is that it's a dreadful move, and you know, somebody got very rich out of it, and it wasn't, and it was our expense. Those people who actually do like their games, it was at our expense. They promptly hurt us. However, you know, I would argue that Epic are almost as bad recently, with their, you know, that they give away free games on their service to try and compete with Steam on a regular basis. They give away free games on their service. They give away those free games, but recently they've had to release several thousand members of staff. Why have they released those several thousand members of staff? Because they've been giving away free games, and they say that the two things don't work out mathematically. Well, then stop giving away games. It's as simple as that. I have over 200 and something odd games on my Epic library. I haven't bought a single game from Epic, because you keep giving away free games, so I'll take the free games. but I don't want to give you my money. I don't because I don't think it's as good a service. So Steam occasionally does give away games, but not as often as they do. So it's a ridiculous scenario we find ourselves in with these things. Anyway, here is stage 1. This is what we've got. Beginner. So you can load any stage you wanted, by the way. Harder stages and whatever else is. This is basically, I just like to think of this as Outrun, but on motorcycles. Let's see if this will work on the joystick. It does not seem to be working on the joystick. Want to press it on the key? Oh, I can do it. Cursors. Ah, right. Okay. Attributes on. Yeah, we want the colour attributes because that makes the bike colourful, which is kind of cool. I remember playing for this first time in a service station. I can't remember which services it was, but it was up north, and it was a service station. It was the proper bike, and it was fun. It was fun. It was a good, fun game. So let's go for it. You get faster, you get more control. I can hit the turbo, I think, when I get to a certain speed. There you go, the turbo's going. It's not about overtaking bikes, it's just about beating the timer. So the bikes are just an obstacle, by the way. So you technically could come last for all this game cares, as long as you beat the obstacle. Look at the graphics on this, it's brilliant. It's really good. Super hang-on. It's quite a good biking game, I'll admit it. I do like this one. Why should I admit it? I admit nothing. It's perfectly fine. It's a brilliant game. I need to get my turbo on. There we go. My turbo's on. Got to press the fire button for the turbo. Extended play. I hate the sort of lack of control of the bike, but at the same time it's good. Oh, crumbs crashed into them. If you bang into the bikes though, it's really annoying because they just take you out straight away. Here we go, we're going full turbo. We played this on the 20p arcade challenge, really good. So I've already done one stage. I'm actually quite pleased with myself for this. I've done one stage. I'm sort of halfway through the second stage. Got to be careful here. Oh, that other bicyclist. That's that motorcyclist on the bicycle. Game over. Pretty good that though. Got my name in the high score table. I might have one more go at that. I quite enjoyed that. There we go. Put my name in. I'm right near the bottom there. That's it. I'll have a little dot. I'll have a dot. Yeah, that's pretty good, that, actually. Gain 7 sensitivity, medium. Can I change that? Make it a bit higher? High. Let's try high, because that'll give me more control, I think. Let's give that a try. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's much better. Any day of the week, much better. Swinging all over the place. Okay, that was terrible crashing into him, but... Oh, mind you saying that. Oh. Oh. Turbo on. I've got it on. It's going. I'm going for it. Big style here. Fully turboized. Oh wow. Wow. Did you see that manoeuvring? That was brill. Full speed ahead. Ah, oh, come on. Cheating there. Gotta use the turbo. It's the only way to get past him. That guy, that motorcyclist just appeared out of nowhere. Really harsh. I didn't see him at all. I just appeared out of nowhere. That's that's naughty. Come on, nearly there. 4 seconds left, and I've made it. Made it to the next bit. Brilliant. Got to leave the attributes on to really enjoy this. It's on the Amstrad CPC, but unfortunately it doesn't get the same love that the Spectrum version gets. It's basically a conversion of the two. Not brilliant that way, but run out of juice here. That was good though. That's sort of night time now. It's like darker, isn't it? I'm doing all right. I did all right. I've done better this time round than I did before. The high score is a billion or something similar, 10 billion. Yeah, that was all right actually. I did all right. Okay on that one. I'm quite surprised myself, to be honest. I don't think I've done as well on that in a long time. I don't think it's been one of those games that I've given it as much love as I should have done. I should have always. By the way, it seems that I should have always put it into that sort of mode that I've just played there. That's brilliant. That was lovely. That was a really nice. I mean, to be fair, I know you chose me that they wanted to see me suffer with a bit of game set and match. Actually, I kind of like it. I like a glutton for punishment, aren't I? I'm a glutton for punishment. Anyway, I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week for Part 2. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.